Okay, I'm at Café Du Monde. Do you see what's in front of me? Let me show you what is in front of me. Those are beignets. Do you see the beignets? They're amazing! Alright. Are you ready to watch me eat the beignets? Yeah? Okay. It's probably gonna be messy. It's gonna be worth it though. It's gonna be really, really worth it. Okay, here we go. We're going in. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this one right here, because it looks like it's gonna be the messiest. Oh, no, I think I'm gonna go this side. Falling over. Is that powdered sugar? Alright, beignet. It's a kind of French donut. Here we go, are you ready? That is way better than any donut I've ever had in my life. It doesn't really taste like a donut. It's closer, you know those things that we buy at the fairs? It's like that, except, see how thick it is? And it's really soft. So it tastes like those, but instead of crunchy, soft and warm. It's really good. This is my dinner tonight. Beignets. Look what else I have. Move my beignets over. Look at that. Alright, it's gonna be backwards to you. In this mug, it says Café Du Monde. That's the name of this place, is Café Du Monde. And Eliana, you get to keep this cup. They said you could keep it. So I'm bringing this cup home for you. I hope it doesn't break in my bag. I'll be really careful. But you get a Café Du Monde cup. I can't bring you a beignet because I'm going to eat them all. They wouldn't have been very good anyway. So it's alright. Because once they get cold, I don't think they'd be very good. They're good now, though. This place, open 24 hours a day. Anytime that you want to come to Café Du Monde, you can get beignets, no matter what time. They said they're closed for a couple hours on Christmas, and that's the only time that they're closed. They're open the rest of the year. Oh, unless there's a hurricane. If there's a hurricane, they'll close. Those are really, really good. Okay. Eliana, would you like to see something that I got for you? I got you a couple things. I'll maybe show you part of one of them. Yeah? No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna show you. You wanna see it? You wanna see something? Yeah, you want to? Okay. No. No, it has to be a surprise. Have to. Oh, no. Okay. I'll show you something. Just part of it. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, because it has to be partly of a surprise. But I'll show you part of it, okay? Wait. Let me move these over. Let me get my beignets off my hands so I don't get it all yucky. Alright. And in my face. Everybody who's eating here is like wiping themselves. Alright. Are you ready to see? Okay. Are you ready? Look, watch this. Watch. Did you see that? It's hard. It's a book, and it's called, I don't know if you can see it because it's like backwards on the film. It's a book called The Runaway Beignet. Oh, The Runaway Beignet. Would you like me to read you the first page of The Runaway Beignet? Yeah? Okay. Look, can you see the artwork? See, this is a little beignet guy. Look, does he look like the beignet? Let's see. Hold up the real beignet. And there's, yeah, look at that. He looks just like him. And this must be the chef, the baker. Now I have beignet blood all over me. All right, here we go. The Runaway Beignet by Connie Collins Morgan. All right, here we go. The Runaway Beignet. And another title page, The Runaway Beignet. In a city, oops, you have to see the picture, don't you? Sorry. In a city where magic was more than a simple trick, there lived a kind of old baker named Marcel. In the heat of New Orleans, Marcel made an honest living making beignets. Here and there and everywhere, the stars shined. People agreed that the flavor of the fried rectangular-shaped donut compared to no other. Some people believed that there was magic in the powdered sugar that topped each beignet, creating an endless desire for its sweetness. I can believe that because those things, they make you want to eat another one. Wow. See the picture? Many people thought that the baker could have been rich had he not given his pastries to the poor. He even wandered the cobblestone streets feeding beignets to hungry pigeons. Sadly enough, the baker had no family, and even though hundreds of people visited the shop day after day, Marcel was lonely. One morning, you see? One morning, a weary stranger wearing a gray coat, colorful scarf, and red shoes entered the shop. "May I please have a glass of cool water?" he asked. Marcel gave the stranger water and a bag of fresh beignets. "Take this with you. Bon appetit." "But I have no money to pay you," said the stranger. Marcel smiled. "I'm not asking for any money." "Your generosity surpasses the fine aroma of your beignets," said the stranger. "Take this bag of sugar. When the sun welcomes the day, sprinkle it on the first beignet you cook and wish for anything that you want." "I've never heard of anything like this," Marcel mumbled, reaching for a water pitcher behind him. When he turned around to refill the stranger's glass, he was gone. Early the next morning, Marcel opened the bag of sugar. "I must have lost my mind to believe that man," He put 2 dots of sugar on the top of the first cooked beignet. Nice. That looks like 2 little eyes, he said, laughing, and he added a nose and a smiling mouth. That face makes you look like a beignet boy. As the sugar melted into the pastry, Marcel remembered the words of the stranger and whispered, "I wish you were a real boy." Well, to Marcel's surprise, the beignet boy blinked his eyes, jumped upon the table. Aye, look at me! Marcel's eyes lit up. Bon Dieu, the beignet boy is alive. But when Marcel reached for the beignet boy, he jumped to the floor. Hee hee hee, you can't catch me. He danced out the door. Wait a minute. All this talk about beignets is making me hungry. You know, this is the whole point that we're here, right? My beignet boy. Not getting away from me. You can't catch me. And he danced out the door. Marcel ran down the street shouting, "Stop! Come back! Mon petit garçon!" But the beignet boy just smiled as he sang, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet." Well, down Canal Street and through the French Quarter, he zipped, running across the bandstand of jazz players. The beignet boy leaped upon a drum and bursts of powdered sugar went everywhere. "Aye, look at me," he sang, shaking his little beignet hips. The crowd stomped and romped to the rhythm of When the Saints Go Marching In. I like his face. Look at his face. He's so funny. All right, here we go. Suddenly, the drummer... Oh, wait, I didn't show you the pictures. Suddenly, the drummer sniffed the aroma of the freshly fried beignet. "Hey, what's up?" The beignet boy yelled, "Oh no, end the show!" And he dashed off the bandstand singing, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet." "Stop, come back," shouted the jazz players. But the beignet boy kept running. When he came to Jackson Square, oops, sorry. This is Jackson Square. This is along the Mississippi. Hey, look, there's the boat like we just saw. When he came to Jackson Square, the beignet boy posed in disguise while a street artist painted his picture. Marcel and the jazz players ran around and around Jackson Square. Hee hee hee, they don't see me. All of a sudden, the street artist whiffed the sweet beignet aroma. You can come with me, no? No, said the beignet boy, racing out of Jackson Square. Stop, come back, the artist yelled. The beignet does not run away from the Andre. The beignet boy dashed down along the Mississippi River past a mime, past around a juggler, and between the stilts of a street performer. His song echoed through the river walk. Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet. Just a minute. Marcel, the jazz players, and Andre, the zany artist. Oops, I didn't show you the awesome picture. followed the beignet boy into the French market. That's just where I was. Their reckless chase upset the merchants selling their wares. Fleeing the scene, the beignet boy zipped out of the market wearing a Mardi Gras mask and colorful beads. Aye, look at me! Marcel spun out of the market wearing a lady's dress. The jazz players rolled out in their underwear. The artist stumbled out with a crawfish on his head, and even the upset merchants were lured by the sweet aroma and joined the chase. "Stop! Come back!" they all cried, but the beignet boy ran away singing, "Believe you me, I'm gonna get away. You're not gonna taste this little beignet." The beignet boy ran alongside a mule-drawn carriage. When he leapt onto the back of the mule, it galloped away. "Hee hee hee, I'm finally free," said the beignet boy, sitting snugly on the mule's back. "Oh no," Marcel cried. "Mon petit garçon! It's gone!" So Marcel, the jazz players, the artist, and all of the merchants trudged back to work. When the mule finally tired, the beignet boy hid in Jackson Square. A friendly pigeon became his only company. As the sun sank into the stillness of the night and the last sound of jazz faded into the moonlight, the beignet boy wiped away a tear. "Believe you me, I'm glad I got away, but I wish there were a friend for this little beignet." "I can help you," said the pigeon. "I know someone who needs a friend." The pigeon flapped his gray wings and he strutted his red feet and he cocked his head, and a band of colorful feathers glistened around his neck. Look, they're open and fly. Suddenly, a whirlwind of pigeons swooped down and lifted the beignet up into the air, and when he looked down to wave goodbye, the friendly pigeon was gone. A man wearing a gray coat, a colorful scarf, and red shoes was waving. That night, a veil of gray swept across the ground outside of Marcel's shop. When he opened his front door, the pigeons flapped their wings in unison as the beignet boy sang, "Believe you me, I'll never run away. I'll always be your little beignet." Marcel beamed with delight. "You're mon petit garçon." "Hee hee hee, I'm as happy as can be," said the beignet boy, and he gave Marcel a big, powdery beignet kiss. Mwah! Your mother seemed to forget that she's in the middle of Café Du Monde. And granted, everybody has a little bit of powdered sugar on their face. Your mother appears to have the most powdered sugar on her face than anyone in the entire place. And my tongue isn't long enough. Alright, I'm going to very, very stealthily grab a napkin, and before anybody sees, oh, what's almost powdered sugar kiss? I got a beignet kiss in my face. Alright, there. Okay, we're better. The end. How awesome was that? The Runaway Beignet by Connie Collins Morgan. Did you like it? I think when I started, I said I was only going to read one page to you. But we're here in Café Du Monde. How could I stop on page 1 of the Runaway Beignet? It just couldn't be done. I had to read the whole thing here. So, there you had it. I hope you liked your book. I'll read it again when I get home, okay? And with that, I love you very much. I love beignets. They're really, really, really good. But Eliana, I love you even more than I love a beignet. And I'll see you in 2 days. I can't wait to come home. I love you, kiddo. Bye-bye. We'll see you soon.